EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to the beautiful city of Seattle. We welcome you inside Lumen Field, the home of the Seahawks. This evening, the camper to this divisional round. It's the Carolina Panthers and the Seattle Seahawks on Sunday Night Primetime. Mike Tirico along with my partner Greg Olson. It's Will Lutz, the kicker, who gets this started. Off we go on Sunday Night Football. Oh, he's got room past the 30. Oh, nice return, but he takes a big shot at the end of it.
At their own 34-yard line.
To throw right away, here's Milrow. He gets this into the hands of Green. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on first down.
All right, so anytime you're facing the blitz, the best thing you can do as an offense is just get the ball out of your hand. Get into the hands of receiver, run after catch. In this case, nice job by the defense, rallying to the ball. Modest gain.
Throwing is Milrow. It'll be a short pickup. That's not enough for the first down.
A bit of a quick hitter here. And what you're hoping for, Mike, is that the defense can't react quickly enough because the ball's coming out so hot. But they knew it was coming, and they end up holding them to just a short gain.
An early test to start this one. 3rd and inches.
19.
From the gun, it's Milrow. He'll look middle, and he's got his man complete. And the defense can't allow for the stop there. Gain of 7 and a first down.
3rd and inches, you see a lot of teams try to take a shot. Why, Mike? Because they know on 4th and inches, they still have a chance to convert the first down. The shot wasn't there, but they're still able to pick up a nice gain and convert and bring up first down.
First and 10. From the shotgun, it's Milrow. Sideline throw, looked in by Dodd.
Now listen, I'm going to give the guy credit. It was a really nice catch, keeping his feet inbounds along the sidelines. It just doesn't amount to much in the grand scheme of things.
Ball placed at the 45 for 2nd and 5.
Here we go.
Here's a handoff to Walker, running to the left. Trying to find some place to go, but nothing developing. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 1.
Looked like that might have been an RPO, a run-pass option. The quarterback has the ability to put the ball in the belly of the running back or pull it on the pass. Looked like you might have been better off pulling that one because he handed it off, and there was nowhere for that running back to go.
We're going to try to pick this up on 3rd and 8.
70 Timberwolves. Liking 18.
Out of the gun, it's Milrow. And Dobbs open left side. That's 2 catches on this drive. This one for 10 yards and a first down.
And this is what can happen when you're so worried about protecting the sticks, Mike. You force them to throw the ball underneath, but then you've got to be able to rally the ball and tackle. But they weren't able to do it before he gets to the line to gain, and he ends up picking up the first down anyway.
Go! Cowboy 8.
They run with Walker. He'll look forward for a couple. Princely Umandielen is there to make the play.
A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7.
From the 34-yard line, here's second down and 7. To the air, it's Milrow. That's going to be incomplete. Covered very good there. Contact jarring the ball loose. And it's going to force third down.
He's usually such a reliable target in the passing game, Mike. We just don't see him struggle to come down with catches like that all too often. And when you're one of the go-to guys on your team, I know the hit's coming, but guess what? It feels a lot better after you take that hit after a catch than it does after a drop.
Down the field, but it falls incomplete. Jackson, Smith, and Jigba, the intended receiver. And that'll set up fourth down. Harrison Butker on now for the field goal. That one is good. Play is stopped for a moment. It is an injured Carolina Panther on the field. Athletic training staff looking at him, so we'll step aside. 3 points on that opening drive. We'll see the response as the kick's away. On the return, here's Trevor Etienne. And he will get cut down short, shy of the 20-yard line. First carry for Chuba Hubbard. Big hole to the 30. Past midfield. Gets to the edge at the 30. And he is going to run it all the way down near the red zone. A big play to kick off this drive. 59 yards.
A gain of 59 yards. First down.
On the ground, this is Trevor Etienne. And he's going to be brought down just outside the 10-yard line. It's a pickup of 12. It's a Carolina first down.
Really nice explosive play there on the ground. And I'll tell you what, for these fans sitting in the stadium, they're not used to seeing their home team pushed around. So continue to be physical at the line of scrimmage. Mix in the runs with the pass. And they can continue to generate these big explosive runs. I don't think they need to go away from it.
Ready?
On first down is Young. A diving effort there, just out of his reach. Incomplete. Quentin Johnston, the man he was looking for on that one. And it'll lead to a second and goal.
It goes without saying, Mike, you have to be smart with the ball, especially down here in the red zone. You're already in scoring position. I understand they're trying to come away with a touchdown, but at the very least, come away with 3. Worst case scenario is you turn the ball over and you come away with nothing.
Young hands it to Hubbard. He'll try to get back to the line, but he's not happening. Gonna lose a yard.
This defense doing a great job here facing this goal-to-go situation, especially on that last play. 2 stops down, and now the pressure really ramps up for this offense as they face third and goal.
Okay, ready?
Good drive now faces a tough conversion. It is third and long. And he's in. Touchdown, Carolina.
He's lined up one-on-one, and it's a mismatch from the very beginning. He's just so fast, so big. He's kind of part tight end, part wide receiver, and when you have that type of skill set, it's just going to be hard to stop.
Seahawks 3. Will Lutz set to kick off.
So now after the touchdown, Lutz going to send this one away. This will be returned from the 6. And they'll be set up well as he is past the 35-yard line.
At their own 37-yard line.
Ball rests at the 37. It's 1st and 10.
Cowboy 80. Let go.
On the ground, it's Walker to start the drive. And he'll get nothing here. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that's all.
No gain on the play.
So often when it comes to safeties, Mike, we talk about their speed and their range. But for him to be able to come up and make a tackle and be physical at the point of attack and keep this ball carrier to no gain, that's pretty impressive.
We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10.
Ready. Ready.
Milrow. This one on target. It's gone. He's going to be out of bounds inside the 40-yard line. It's a gain there of 26 yards.
That's good.
Really nice job there, Mike. I mean, he sees the blitz coming and just gets the ball out of his hands. Understand where your outlets are. It results in an easy pitch and catch and move the chains.
So they come to the line for 1st down and 10.
Ready.
They'll run the toss with Walker. Good running inside the 25. And he'll take this one in. Kenneth Walker. Touchdown, Seattle. Harrison Butker now for the extra point. Got it. And the Seahawks are on top. It's now 10-7. So now it's Butker following the touchdown to send this one away. This taken in at the 8-yard line. He's across the 20 to the 21. That's where the drive will begin.
The Panthers take over 1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
Set. Hut. Blue 30. Set.
On the ground, it's the tight end. Past the 45. And he is finally taken down inside the 40-yard line.
This offensive line continues to be very physical at the point of attack. They've been able to give their backs plenty of room to run. And that's why they've already eclipsed the century mark here in the opening half.
And he is stopped in his tracks. Loss of a couple on the play.
How often do we see linebackers be so fast trying to track down the ball carrier that they end up actually overrunning the play and allowing the running back to cut back? But not this guy. Does a great job staying in phase, stretching this ball out sideways, and he brings them down for a loss.
After the loss of 3, it is 2nd and 13. Putting the tight end in motion.
Ready.
Here's the pistol snap to Young. One taken in right side by Legette. And they'll get about 8 out of that one, but still a little work to do now on 3rd down.
Makes it 3rd and 4.
On the double. Field. Black. Let's go now. 33. Yellow.
They'll run it here with Hubbard. And this defense holding their ground. They'll stop them for no gain. 4th down, straight ahead.
It's 4th down.
Red. Sight. Ready.
They'll go. Young. That is incomplete. They couldn't get the connection on 4th. Gonna give the ball over on down.
Let's go. Warrior 70. Panther 60.
On 1st and 10, it's Milrow. That one out of the reach of the receiver's outstretched arms. It is incomplete. Trying to connect with Romeo Doubs that time. It's 2nd down.
And when you look down the field, Mike, there's just really nobody creating any real separation. And instead, he tries to give one of his guys a 50-50 contested catch opportunity. But with the coverage as tight as it was, it just falls incomplete.
Okay,
We'll try again here. 2nd and 10.
Red. 19.
On the ground, here's Keaton Mitchell. No dice there. He is met and tackled behind the line of scrimmage.
26-yard line.
And after that negative run, I think this changes the play call now on third down. So this offensive line has to be a lot better on first and second down to gain positive yards. Stay on track because you don't want to be in third and pass too often in today's NFL.
Got it. Ready?
It is third and long.
Ready. Lightning 18. Go.
Now Milrow. That's good. It's Kenneth Walker. He got a lot of what he needed, but just not enough. The mark is a couple of yards shy of the first down. Here comes fourth down.
Ready. Break. 60 Maverick. 60 Maverick. Let's go now.
They'll indeed go for it with Milrow. And he'll be taken down. And that's going to do it. That's the last play of the first quarter. 1 quarter down in this NFC divisional round matchup. It's the Seahawks with the early lead. Greg and I back to the Great Northwest in a moment.
On the double.
Set to go now on 1st and 10.
Get it. 70 Lions. Lions. Ready, ready.
Now it's Milrow. Quickly to the outside and complete. And he'll be hustled out just shy of the first down marker. That's a pickup at 9. And is going to set up 2nd and 1.
Certainly not the biggest play of the day, but a good example of picking up positive yardage, staying ahead of the chains by a well-timed ball and a well-timed route.
Ball on the 47-yard line. Here's 2nd down and a yard.
Here we go. Back. Bronco 80.
They'll run here with Walker. And he's not going to get away. They're going to bring him down on the other side of midfield.
The offense thinks that they can just kind of plow this one up there in the middle and keep the chains moving, but not on this defense. Not only do they not pick up the first down, but after suffering that loss, now they've got some decisions to make on third down.
It's 3rd and 4.
Here we go. Here we go. Ready.
Here's Milrow to throw. This ball is intercepted by J.C. Horn. And he's going to be taken down just shy of the goal line. Nearly a pick 6, but he does set up the offense with 1st and goal.
Ready. Down. Yellow. 22. Hut, hut.
They'll try to run this one in. And he barrels his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Panthers. Lutz for the extra point. The kick is good. And the Panthers are on top. It's 14-10.
Seahawks 10.
So now after the touchdown, Lutz going to send this one away. This is fielded inside the 5. And he'll be out of bounds on the return. And the drive will begin there. 25, they'll go to work. 1st and 10. This drive starts on the ground with Walker. That one never got started. Defensive pressure too much, and they drop him in the backfield.
Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on 1st down, but that's exactly the case here.
So after the loss on 1st, here's 2nd and 14. Back to throw. Short pass taken in by the tight end. And he's out of bounds. They're going to mark him at the 35. That's his 3rd catch of this 1st half, and good enough for a 1st down.
Oftentimes in the NFL, Mike, blitzing a good quarterback can kind of be feast or famine, because what you do is you actually speed up their process of identifying the open target. So in this case, it's an underneath safety outlet, but the reason he went there so fast is because he was triggered to that target from the blitz.
And he's going to be taken down on the other side of the 50-yard line. They get 24 on that one. 1st down, Seattle.
1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Hey, check, go!
Give up the middle for Mitchell. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage at best. Might have even lost a yard there.
So they go with the 1st down run, hoping to just get them some positive yards and get themselves into a good 2nd down situation. But now they find themselves in 2nd and long. So the more you give defenses the opportunity, Mike, to defend you one-dimensionally. So in this case, we're only playing you in the pass. It stresses your protection, it stresses your play caller, and ultimately, it stresses your quarterback.
From the gun, there's a give to Walker. And some good blocking at the point of attack. A pickup of 7, and it brings up 3rd down.
Yeah, I think every running back's dream is that he's going to run through a wide open hole and have breakaway touchdowns, but that's not necessarily the case very often in the NFL. So the backs that are the best are the ones that can get more yardage than maybe what's blocked for. And I think this is a nice physical game here that they can continue to build off of as the game unfolds.
That's caught. It's the tight end, Njoku. And he's into the end zone. David Njoku. Touchdown, Seahawks.
Just a beautiful ball there by the quarterback. And the point I want to make here, Mike, and make sure the viewer understands is, in the NFL, if you have to wait for a guy to be open and then deliver the ball, it's too late. So often these quarterbacks throw their guy open. They anticipate where the void in the coverage is going to be. That's exactly the reason this play worked out here, Mike, and he's able to connect here for a big touchdown.
So now it's Butker following the touchdown to send this one away. From the 6, here comes a return. And he'll be out of bounds on the return. And the drive will begin there. This drive begins with a run by Hubbard. And good blocking up front, paving the way for a gain of 8 on the ground.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up 2nd and a yard.
A good spot here, 2nd and a yard. They'll run it to the inside handoff. And that'll give them the 1st down. Tackle made after the pickups of 3.
This offense, they're not interested in taking the deep shot here. 2nd and short, the way they're running the ball, pound the rock, reset the downs, and just keep the drive alive.
Line of scrimmage is the 37-yard line for 1st and 10.
Ready?
The RPO, that one is complete. And he's not going to get too far, tackled after a gain of just a yard.
So anytime you decide to blitz, the hope is that the secondary can hold up long enough to allow the extra pressure guys to get to the quarterback. But when you don't get to the quarterback and he's able to get the ball on time and in rhythm, there are holes in the back end, and they're able to pick up the first down.
Throwing on 2nd down, Young. He'll go right and find his running back. And he's going to be out of bounds, just shy of midfield. A gain there of 10 yards. It's good for a Panther first down. Here's Hubbard. Trying to bounce that outside. It went a long way for a gain of nothing.
You could tell the entire time that running back is just looking for his crease to get vertical and cut back. But the defense does a great job. Inside-out pursuit, strings this ball out towards the sideline. Nowhere to go, and they make a big stop for no gain.
He finds McMillan downfield, and it's caught. And they're going to move this ball inside the 25-yard line. A gain there of 27 yards.
These are the kind of plays that when you draw them up on the chalkboard, Mike, they all look great. But if you can't protect long enough, you're never going to get the receiver. I mean, think, he started on the left side of the formation in the slot, and he has to run all the way across the field to the right third. I mean, that takes a lot of time. Let's give a lot of credit to the big guys up front.
Here we go. Blue check, hut, hut.
Here's a toss, right side. And he'll get about 5.
Brings up 2nd and 4.
Here comes 2nd and 4.
Come on, set. Cross, 38. 10 seconds. Hut.
Here's a design run. And he'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage.
And you can tell pretty quickly, Mike, that once the quarterback started chopping his feet, that there was nowhere for him to go. Great job by the defense, not only reading quarterback run, but getting him down behind the line.
3rd down, they need 5.
Let's go. Stay. Hut, right.
From the gun, it's Young. And that is caught in the end zone. He's in. Canarella McMillan. Touchdown, Carolina.
This is one of those cases, Mike, where the play caller understands, I got 3 points in my back pocket. There's no need here to be conservative. Let's keep this drive alive and see if we can come away with a touchdown. But instead of just trying to pick up the first down, they go for the big one, and it's a perfect throw, great catch, and they come away with 6.
So now after the touchdown, Lutz going to send this one away. This returnable from the 4. Now an opening has the 30. And he'll be forced out of bounds, but a very solid return.
Ready, ready. Hey. 60 Bison, 60 Bison. 18 cars.
They'll start this on the ground with Mitchell. Inside the 35, 20, 15, and he will score. Peyton Mitchell. Touchdown, Seattle. Good-looking rushing touchdown there. Offensive line does its job. And back taking off to the end zone. for the touchdown.
Mike, you're exactly right. He might get credit in the box score for that long rushing touchdown, but it was the big guys up front who were able to make that play possible.
This one taken at the 7. And he'll manage to get this back only to about the 20-yard line.
The Panthers take over first and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Here we go. Here we go.
Young to throw on first down. Over the middle, he locates McMillan. They're going to get this all the way up close to the 40-yard line. Remember, he had the touchdown catch the last time they had the football. Here, he's got a first down.
First down, Carolina.
Black shot. Black cut. Red cycle. Black tackle.
Here's a handoff to Hubbard. And they'll have it across midfield down at the opposing 46-yard line. A pickup of 14 on that one. It's a Carolina first down.
Nice job by them getting the back to the perimeter. Then he's able to get outside, stick his foot in the ground, and then get vertical. Right down the numbers. Those are the type of runs this offense wants to see more of going forward.
Ready?
The carry here for ETN. And he powers his way forward, doing it on the ground inside the 40, a gain of 8.
38-yard line. 8 yards on the pickup. Brings up second and
2. Here's second and 2.
Back, red, smash, right, 60 red, 60 red. Stop, 17 back. Steal, black. Hut.
Now Young. Check this down. That's Hubbard out of the backfield. And he's in. Chuba Hubbard. Touchdown, Panthers. And the show continues. What a first half he's had, Greg. A third touchdown pass with that one.
Mike, what stood out to me the most so far is just the amount of space these guys have had to operate in. I think if I'm this defensive coordinator, me and my staff at halftime are revisiting this game plan. They obviously felt good about it coming in, but I don't think there's anything to feel good about thus far.
So now after the touchdown, Lutz going to send this one away. Corey Horton now to return it. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start.
The Seahawks take over first and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
On first down, it's Milrow. Out wide, it's Dobbs. He's going nowhere. Losing yardage on that play.
It almost seemed like the defender was getting the play call sent into his helmet, just like the quarterback, because he knew the play before they even snapped the ball, and that play had no shot.
Last play went the wrong way. It sets up second and long. It's second down and 12. On the zone read, this is Milrow. And he's going to be close to the first down. Markham just a yard short of the line to gain, so that'll bring up third and short yardage.
You know, Mike, early in my time in Carolina, we were kind of on the forefront of this NFL zone read revolution. Cam Newton, one of the best to ever do it. I have seen up close and personal, when you run the zone read the right way, it is a nightmare for a defense to defend.
On third and 1, it's Milrow. He's got a man. It's Dobbs. And he's going to have the first down taken down after a short pickup of 5, but it will keep the drive going.
When you decide to throw the ball on 3rd and 1, typically, Mike, what you're doing is you start from the top down. If you have the big shot downfield, take it. If not, the quarterback works through his progression, finds the medium target, picks up the first down.
They'll come up here, 1st and 10.
Here we go, here we go. Hawk 70, Hawk 70. Ready?
From the shotgun, it's Milrow. Looking down the field there, but it falls incomplete.
It's been a bit of a pedestrian game for this quarterback and ultimately with his passing game here today, Mike. And I know they all would have loved to connect on that deep throw. I think that stat sheet would have looked a whole lot different, but just a little off in their execution and leads to an incompletion.
Ready?
2nd and 10.
Here we go, start, go.
Out of the gun, it's Milrose. High-headed defender draped all over, incomplete. Good work to body him up and set up a 3rd down.
They nearly connected on the big play downfield, but he's not quite able to hold on to that ball through the contact. You can chalk that one up as a win defensively.
So after back-to-back incompletions, it is now 3rd and 10.
60 by 60. Hurt.
Milrow gonna throw it again. This one down the field, but lined up incomplete.
I just don't like the look of this passing game, Mike. It just seems a bit erratic. On top of the 2 straight incompletions, they've already turned the ball over through the air. And truthfully, with how dangerous some of these throws have been, they're lucky it hasn't been even more.
The Panthers take over 1st and 10 at their own 15-yard line.
Ready. Let's go. Ready.
Young to throw on 1st and 10. Oh, the blitz gets there quickly, and down he goes. Now a signal, timeout call. 9 seconds left to play in this 1st half.
This is a great reminder of why it's so important to have great offensive tackles. When you get beat so fast off the edge, the quarterback has nowhere to go in the pocket to escape, and that's what happens.
Ready.
Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long.
By 60. Here we go. Hut.
They don't want to repeat of 1st down, so they'll keep it on the ground now. And he nearly got free. But as it is, gain of 6, it sets up 3rd down.
Set to kick off.
We are set for the 2nd half kickoff. One of these teams ready to book a date in the NFC Championship game next week, and we are back at it with the 3rd quarter. From the 35, it's 1st and 10.
Set. Hut, hut. Set.
The 3rd quarter begins with a run. He's taken down, but just shy of midfield. 13 yards to start that drive, and a quick 1st down.
And we're starting to see the fruits of their labor paying off here. I mean, they've used this run game to throw a bunch of body blows throughout the entire contest, and while some of the carries didn't result in much at the time. It's clear they're starting to take its toll on this defense.
And he surges forward for a gain of about 5.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up second and 5.
They'll break the huddle. It's second and 5.
Set, hut. 10 black, ball red. Beetle blue. Right.
That's into the hands of McMillan on the slant. And they'll take this down inside the 35. He's got a touchdown on the books from earlier, and that catch gets him a first down.
I always think you can tell pretty quickly how comfortable a quarterback is in their offense, Mike, by how fast they work through their progression and get the ball to their check down underneath. And in this case, with the depth of the defense, a lot of space in the short game, get him the ball, pick up the first down. And he has been a handful to deal with throughout this entire contest, Mike. And they came into the game saying, we want to impose our will on the defense, and that's exactly what they've been able to do.
Ball on the 30 now. Here's second down and 5.
Down. 60 red. 60 red. Hut, hut.
Another run here with Hubbard. And he'll move this ahead for about 4 yards. Micah McFadden, the linebacker, there on the tackle. And play halted for a moment. We have an injured Seahawk player. And as the medical staff looks him over, we'll step aside. It's going to be third. They need 1.
Let's go now.
Gets one up on the ground. And he is going to have a Panthers first down. Able to convert. It's third and short, and they pick up 4.
And I think if they didn't get it there, even with the lead, I think that coach is telling them, hey, this is 4 down territory. But that's all for not now, because after that good blocking up front, he picks up a fresh set of downs.
First and 10. Tight end going in motion here.
Slide through.
Young hands it to Hubbard. Nice job pushing through the would-be tackler. Gain of about 3. Second down.
In order to be successful as a run-heavy offense, Mike, it's so important that you remain really efficient on first and second down. The last thing you want is to be in third and pass, and it really throws off what you feel like your strengths are. So now you get down here in the red zone, it's got to be touchdowns. These long sustained drives on the ground, you kick a field goal, that's a win for the defense.
Ready, ready. Black, 95. Hut, hut.
They'll go again with Hubbard. And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that.
And up until this point, this is not something that we've seen a lot of. His running backs had a really nice day. So in this case, this rep goes to the defense.
On the double.
Third and 7.
Here we go. Set. Black 40.
They'll send their tight end left.
Ready?
Here's the pistol snap to Young. Rolling right. That one. Take it in. Carolina McMillan. Touchdown, Carolina. He is shining in this postseason spotlight. That's his second touchdown of the game. That is yet another touchdown pass. What a game he is having, throwing his 4th touchdown score of the game.
It's one thing, Mike, to throw 4 touchdowns, but it's really the ease in which he's carved this defense up that has stood out the most. The defense has had no answers for this passing game, and he has just completely had his way with this group.
And he will get in for the 2. They open up the bag of tricks on the goal line and add a pair of points. So now after the touchdown, Lutz going to send this one away. He fields it at the 8. Good return here. Brings it up to the 33-yard line. And play halted for a moment. We have an injured Seahawk player. The training staff going to look and will step out for a moment.
On the set.
I got him. That's me. Time this side, fellas.
Here we go, set. 18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal.
Throwing now, Milrow on first down. And he'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3.
A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7 at the 36-yard line.
Ball on the 36 now. Here's 2nd down and 7.
Here we go.
From the gun, it's Milrow. It'll be Smith and Jigba bringing it in. And he's out of bounds, but they're going to spot this inside the 25.
Yards on the play.
It's another big play in a game that's had its share. 41 yards.
First and 10 at the 23-yard
Here's
line.
1st and 10.
Let's go. Ready.
Here's a handoff to Walker. He's able to get away from one man, but the reinforcements were there fast. He's taken down for a loss on the play.
It's so easy for us up here in the booth, Mike, to say, hey, that's the wrong read. He's got to pull that and take it to the outside. But I promise you, it happens so fast, and these defensive players have gotten so good at giving false indicators. Sometimes it's hard for the quarterback to know, should I give it or should I pull?
He was looking for Kenneth Walker out of the backfield. 3rd down coming up.
Brings up 3rd down and 15.
Now Milrow. And that is incomplete.
I'd say one of the most critical elements of a dynamic offense, Mike, is how efficient are you on 3rd down? It's something these teams stress all week. Here's an opportunity to continue to extend this drive. The defense wins this time and brings up 4th down. And I can tell you firsthand, Mike, when you find yourself trailing in a game, you don't feel very good about coming away with field goals. But in this case, it does get them a little bit closer and cut into this deficit.
This taken in at the 8-yard line. Whoa! And he'll be out of bounds on the return. And the drive will begin there. On first down is Young. And he got rid of that one quickly before the receiver knew what was going on. That's incomplete. Tedero McMillan was the intended receiver. And it'll bring up 2nd down.
Drive through. Let's go. Red, 30, red, yellow. Watch out now. 60, yellow, blue. Blaster, 6, mega. Real green.
Out of the shotgun. Young. Forced out wide. Going for it all. And they bring him down there, but it is inside the 10. It is going to be 1st and goal. It's another big play in a game that's had its share. Pick up of 46 yards.
At the 6-yard line.
Now a chance to pay off that big play. They have it 1st and goal.
Down. Yellow, foot ready.
They'll run with Hubbard. Down to the goal line. No signal. Is he in? They'll say it did not break the play, but a real solid gain on 1st and goal. 2nd and goal.
Set, cut. 10 black.
And now movement up front. This crowd is making it tough down deep in the red zone. The task a bit tougher as they face 2nd and goal.
Here we go. Hut.
Following the penalty, they'll run it. And he is going the wrong way. Tackled back at the 7.
So much of what makes a toss play so good is it allows you to get the ball on the perimeter of the defense really quickly, and it doesn't stress all of your backside blocking. But on the downside, it does get your running back running east and west. They're running sideways for the first couple steps, and with a defense that can run to the ball, they're able to get you down for a loss.
They'll try to run with Hubbard. And he'll get this inside the 5, but no further. Great job by the defense. It sets up 4th down. On now, it's Will Lutz to try the field goal.
21-yard attempt.
Good snap. Good hold. Good kick. And the Panthers will extend their 3rd quarter lead.
Yeah, he does a nice job handling that kick there, but I think offensively, you come back to the sideline and you're thinking, we have to find a way to finish these drives. I mean, to be in 1st and goal and settle for 3, that can be very deflating for an offense settling for too many field goals.
And they'll be set up well as he is past the 35-yard line.
At their own 36-yard line.
First and 10 now from the 36.
Let's go. 19 tight. 19. 7 Pirates. 7 Pirates. Dragon 60. Let's go.
Milrow. Very quick throw there, but not on the same page with his target. That's incomplete.
I think the biggest issue and why they find themselves trailing in this game, Mike, has really just been the ups and downs of this passing game. At sometimes, he's highly accurate and efficient, but at others, he just misses too many easy throws. The question is, are they going to be able to overcome this quarterback inconsistency and pull this game out?
Over the middle, he fits it into Dobbs. And he's going to be brought down up past the 45. Catch number 7 so far in this one. And a 1st down.
Whatever they've talked about in the locker room at the halftime break seems to have worked. They've come out with a new established energy. You could see it when they took the field. Now this offense seems to be building on it because with that chunk play, just a little bit of rhythm that they can build off of. They have a long way to go to get back into this game, but so far off to a good start. We tend to make NFL offense very complicated, Mike, but sometimes it's as simple as this. Get the ball into the hands of your playmakers and just let them do the rest.
Ready.
From the 44-yard line, here's 2nd and 1.
Ready.
To throw again is Milrow. This one up top for Dobbs. And this will be incomplete.
I think when that ball left his hand, he had visions of a big play, and then that big play almost got flipped on its head because I think he's lucky that that ball didn't end up going back the other direction because that defender got both hands on it but just couldn't come down with the pick.
Milrow on 3rd down. The Panthers have it. He gets free. And he rumbles his way into the end zone. The fumble recovery and the great return for the touchdown. So after the fumble return, they'll bring the offense out and go for 2.
Will line up for the 2.
He's going to try to do it himself. They'll try to pick it up with Etienne. And he will get into the end zone and extend the lead by 2 more.
27. Will Lutz set to
So
kick
now
off.
after the touchdown, Lutz going to send this one away. On the return, here comes Horton. And he'll be out of bounds on the return. And the drive will begin there.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 44-yard line.
Cowboy Panthers 6. Ready.
This drive starts on the ground with Walker. Not much happening there, just a short gain.
46-yard line. A gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 9.
From the 46, here's 2nd and 9.
Ready.
Throwing is Milroe. And that is incomplete. They couldn't hook up there. As time has expired, the third quarter has come to an end. Third and 9.
Ready. 60 boxes. Cup 19. Cup 19. Ready.
Here's Milroe to throw. That ball is caught on the sideline and both feet inbounds. A big third down pickup for a first down. His 8th reception of the game. And good for a first down. They'll come up 1st and 10 at the 40. Now it's Milroe. Throw left side, but that's going to be incomplete.
Well defended there, and the quarterback's trying to attack this defense outside the numbers. Those really wide-angle throws near the sideline sometimes can be very hard to defend, so give a lot of credit to this secondary. They were all on the same page, and the ball falls incomplete.
There's that man again, another catch. And he'll be stopped short of the first down. He's able to look it in and get forward for a pickup of about 8.
Top 70. Top 70.
Milroe gonna hold on to this one. Oh, the defense meets him in the backfield. They stopped him dead in his tracks and set up 4th down.
You know, Mike, it's funny, when you're facing these really elite defensive linemen, sometimes it's easier to make them the read guy rather than actually try to block them. Unfortunately, they're elite for a reason, and sometimes they're still able to make the play like we saw here.
18, Pioneer. Scoop.
Now or never, they'll throw on 4th down. And he will pass the Seahawks 1st down. As they manage to convert, that'll keep this drive alive. To the air, it's Milroe. He'll get that complete to Ross. And he's close to another 1st down. This is brought down just shy of the marker.
Brings up 2nd and a yard. At the 13.
Blitz coming. He'll throw it. Quick throw here is complete. This drive's going to continue. They bring him down, but not before he picks up 1st and goal for his team.
Another Seahawks 1st down.
Again, it's Milroe. Forced to his right. He's going to keep it himself.
Initially, they do a really nice job taking away his 1st and 2nd read, but what they failed to do is account for him as a runner. He ends up making something positive out of a play that initially didn't look like it had much of a chance.
Liking 18. Steady.
He'll look to throw. Moving outside the pocket. Oh, he feels the pressure, and he'll go down back at the 6.
And that's a big-time play. It felt like they really needed it, Mike. That was a drive where the offense seemed to be in complete control. Anytime on the defense where you find yourself on your heels, you're giving up big plays, you're giving up fresh set of downs, you need a spark. You need something to change the momentum.
And he'll take it on in. David Njoku. Touchdown, Seahawks. He is shining in this postseason spotlight. That's his 2nd touchdown of the game. The extra point by Butker is good. And the Seahawks are able to cut into the deficit. So now it's Butker following the touchdown to send this one away. This will be returned from the 6. He'll get this up past the 20. That's where they'll set up shop. This drive starts at the 21. It's 1st and 10. Here's Young. Back into the hands of Hubbard. And they will finally run him down. It's another big play in a game that's had its share. 35 yards.
What I love most about this was just the ability of the quarterback, Mike, to so quickly go through his progression. You see early on at the top of his drop, his eyes are downfield. Quickly realizes there's not a lot of opportunities downfield. Check it down to your back and see if he can pick up the rest after the catch and move the chains with his legs.
And he will get into the end zone. Trevor Etienne. Touchdown, Panthers.
Touchdown, Panthers.
Greg, that's one of those scores where it's not completely over, but it's getting to be about that time.
Yeah, Mike, I just think they're entering miracle stage right now, and I just don't think there's any coming back from this deficit.
Will line up for the
Black,
10-point
95.
conversion.
Edo blue, slide blue. White, white. Hut.
From the gun, it's Young. That is incomplete, and the two-point conversion is unsuccessful.
Seahawks, 34.
So now after the touchdown, Lutz going to send this one away.
The Seahawks take over first and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
Go! Cowboy 80. 18, Pioneer.
They'll throw on first down with Milrow. That's hard. And he's taken down inside the opponent's 35. It's another big play in a game that's had its share. 32 yards.
First and 10 at the 33-yard line.
Buffalo 18.
On first and 10, it's Milrow. Got his man at the 6. And he will get into the end zone. Touchdown, Seattle. Well, Greg, the light's still on way down at the end of the tunnel here. They are climbing back into this one with that touchdown here in the fourth quarter.
And they have a tall task ahead of them, Mike, but they have a chance. I mean, we've seen stranger things happen. They got a two-possession game here late. They're going to need a couple stops, and they're going to need a couple things to bounce their way.
So now it's Butker following the touchdown to send this one away. From the 6, here comes a return. They finally get him down, but he gets all the way up close to the 40-yard line.
Take over first and 10 at their own 39-yard line.
From the 39, here's a first and 10.
Let's go. Smith red.
They'll begin here on the ground. And he'll work forward for about 3. It's second down.
Taken down at the 43-yard line. A gain of 4. It's now second and 6.
They send the tight end in motion.
22. Ready, ready.
From the pistol, a give to Hubbard. Past midfield to the 45. And he will go all the way. Cuba Hubbard. Touchdown, Carolina. He is shining in this postseason spotlight. That's his second touchdown of the game. Here's Lutz now for the extra point. He's got it. Panthers will open it up even further here in this fourth quarter. So now after the touchdown, Lutz going to send this one away.
The Seahawks take over first and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
Ready. Let's go now. Go.
On first down, it's Milrow. There's a short throw caught by Njoku. And he's out of bounds. Gain of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
So the hope is, when you call these underneath drag routes, you're trying to have your tight end come out the backside of the defense in space. So when you put the ball on him early, it leads to big yards after the catch. In this case, they don't get the real big play.
The coverage too good downfield. They'll wind up taking him down.
That's a prototypical coverage sack. All 11 guys on the field doing their job. Starts with sound back-end coverage. Nowhere to go quick with the ball. The quarterback has no chance but to extend the play. Look for something late developing downfield. That was all the time this front needed to chase him down and bring him down for a sack.
And a good short tackle right there. It stops him a good distance short of the marker. It sets up fourth down. Got it with Smith and Jigba. And he's going to have a Seahawks first down. As this defense is too loose there. Gain of 19 on fourth down. Work in the middle of the field, but that is incomplete.
For the most part, he's been very accurate with the ball. He's completing over 60% of his passes, but because they haven't been able to get any big explosive plays, continue to push the ball downfield, hasn't really translated on the scoreboard just yet.
And he'll get about 3 here on second down before he's out of bounds.
That's a gain of 3. It's 3rd and 7.
To get to the 29 here, facing third down. Milroe going to throw it again. He's got his man down the field. It is a big completion. And he will score. Touchdown Seahawks. He is shining in this postseason spotlight. That's his second touchdown of the game.
It's just backbreaking here. If you're the defense, you feel like you're in a really good spot. It's third and pass. You understand what the offense likely has to do to convert the first down. They just don't do a great job of covering the receivers. And at the same point, let's give a lot of credit. Nice job by the quarterback working through his progression, getting to the right choice, and it pays off for a touchdown.
Harrison Butker is set.
So now it's Butker following the touchdown to send this one away. This will be returned from the 6. And he will get back to only about his 20-yard line. That's where the drive will start.
First down 10. At their own 20-yard line.
Here we go.
Get this drive started. On the ground, it's Hubbard. And he'll get forward for a couple. It's second down. Play is stopped for a moment. It is an injured Carolina Panther on the field.
Come on, set. You. Rail. Striker. 3. Cut.
Now, ETN. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. And that's it.
It's a gain of a yard. And it's third down.
Ready.
Got to get it to the 30. Here comes third down.
Ready. Guard red. Red. 38.
Leggett in motion.
Cut.
Throwing is Young. He'll air it out down the middle. That is brought in. And he's going to be brought down inside the 15. It's another big play in a game that's had its share. 62 yards.
And they decide to bring pressure here on third down, but he does a really nice job. Remains calm under pressure. He ends up delivering a strike downfield and keeps the drive alive.
On the move at the 14-yard line, it's first and 10.
Cut. Yellow. 40. Ready.
And he's into the end zone, and they are making it look receive. Touchdown, Panthers.
Just a great way to finish off a drive, and it was something they thought they had a matchup advantage all week long, was in the ground game. And you can see here, they executed at the offensive line. He got some nice blocks downfield from his wide receivers and tight ends, and he was able to do the rest.
And he will get into the end zone and bump the lead up by 2 more.
Mike, I think all of us can remember exactly where we were during a certain Super Bowl where throwing the ball this close to the goal line ended up being a disaster. But unlike that time, they ran this pass play to perfection, and the result, 2 points.
And they'll be set up well as he is past the 35-yard line.
At their own 36-yard line.
Let's go.
Hey, switch!
Fix the Eagles. Fix the Eagles.
Now Milrow on first down. Toss left side, caught by his running back. After the catch, he gets that forward for a gain of 9. Second and inches.
2. Buffalo 18 Cardinal. 18. Hurt. Let go.
From the gun, it's Milrow. Quickly to the outside and complete. He'll be out of bounds, but after picking up the first down on a gain of 7.
First and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Fix the Eagles. Fix the Eagles.
Milrow. Right side, taken by Njoku. He's going to be taken down at about the 30.
That's another
19 Charger. 19 Charger.
Throwing again, it's Milrow. The open man is Smith-Njigba. And this takes him into the red zone. He's brought down inside the 20-yard line. Now Seattle's going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll take it with just over 90 seconds left on the clock.
At the 16-yard line.
60 Bison. 60 Bison. 70 Timberwolves. Ready?
To throw again is Milrow. And the Seahawks are going to have first and goal, trying to finish off this drive with a touchdown.
19. Cougar 19.
Milrow looks to run it himself, and he will take it in himself. Jalen Milrow, touchdown Seattle. The dual threat of the quarterback. When you have one that can run, why not use him, especially down here, Greg? And they punch it in for the touchdown.
There's nothing a quarterback loves more, Mike, than down here near the goal line when he can call his own number. And in this case, that's exactly what he does, and he's able to take it in himself.
That is caught, and they get the 2-point conversion.
Everything's about matchups, especially down here this close to the goal line. I think my guy's better than your guy. I'm going to put him in a position to have success, throw it up to him, and let him do the rest.
The kickoff unit is out there, and they'll send this one away.
Well, we knew, Mike, this was going to take a miracle. All they needed to do was recover this, score, recover another one, score again. Unfortunately, that's not going to happen, and this game's all but over.
Here we go. 60 red. 60 red.
Down to a knee here. The defense still has a couple of timeouts. We'll see if they're going to use them. Timeout Seahawks. That is their second. And they'll get together prior to the second down play.
Ready. Going red. Green Jack. Ready.
They'll drop to throw. Check this down. That's Hubbard out of the backfield. Now Seattle use the final timeout. Talk things over before third down.
Right, come on, ready?
And that is incomplete, but a penalty flag comes in. That might make this a first down.
Down. 45, right.
Victory very much in sight now as they'll take a knee. So this one a win for the visiting Panthers. They are able to do something that not easy to do. Get a win away from home in the playoffs. For their troubles, they got a date next Sunday for the conference championship game. And that'll do it for my partner, Greg Olson. For our entire team, I'm Mike Tirico. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. With that, we say good night from Seattle.